Interface type classes. An interface is a class that contains methods that does not have implementations. Classes that will implement or use the interface must define their own implementation of the methods defined in the interface. Here we have 4 warriors: Legolas, Aragorn, Boromir, and Gimli. Each of them have unique abilities, but they are set out on a single quest: to escort Frodo to Mount Doom and destroy the ring. If they try to accomplish the goal using different methods, this will lead to miscommunication, eventually causing them their defeat. Boromir didn't even have a method for the mission. To solve this problem, all of them agree on a contract, which they are bound to follow. Else, the program will not even compile. This contract is called an interface. The interface will contain methods that have no implementation. And just like an abstract method, all classes implementing this interface are required to override and have their own implementation of the method. It doesn't matter how each of them will perform the task, as long as they agree to perform it. This ensures proper communication and a design to achieve a common goal. An interface is just like an abstract class that contains only abstract methods. So all methods in an interface doesn't have a method body, and the implementing classes are required to have them all overridden. In a class diagram, the solid line blockhead arrow notates inheritance. Class B is a child of Class A. The broken line blockhead arrow notates implementation of an interface. An interface has the same notation as a class, with the addition of the interface label on the class name. So we just put the word interface enclosed in chevrons. So the implements arrow is coming from the implementing class, pointing towards the interface. Class B implements Class A. Defining an interface is just like defining a class. Keyword class, then the class name, and then its pair of curly braces. For interfaces, you just have to replace the keyword class with the keyword interface. So now we have interface class A. We have here void action. Void action. Try to put curly braces, it's gonna give us an error. Remember, interfaces will not have method bodies, just like your abstract methods. After the parentheses, we terminate the definition with a semicolon. Let's create class B, class B, curly braces. To implement an interface, after the class name, we write implements, and then the name of the interface, class A. And as you notice, we will have a message here, because remember, an interface is a contract and we need to override the methods inside it from our implementing class. We're gonna write override void action, and here we are gonna have the method body. We have a message here. We simply add a public visibility. Next, multiple inheritance is not allowed. So let's try to write the code for this diagram. I'm gonna start from scratch. Class A. It's gonna have a method A. I'm gonna write void method A. Class B will be identical, so I'm just gonna copy and paste class A and change the names. Class B, method B. And then we have one more class, class C. Class C. And we are gonna try to extend to both class A and class B. Extends class A, comma, space, class B, and it's gonna give us an error because this is not allowed in Java. However, we are allowed to implement multiple interfaces. I'm gonna convert class A into an interface. Same for class B, interface. And we're gonna get a message here. We converted them into interfaces. The method bodies should be removed, because the implementing class will be the one to write the method body. So now in class C we have an error because we are bound to follow the contract. Inside class C we need to override method A and method B. At symbol, override. Public void method A. And we write the implementation. I'm just gonna copy and paste this for method B. So the error that we're getting is because we haven't replaced our keyword. So we need to change this to implements. Okay. To implement multiple interfaces, just put a comma at the end of each interface names. And finally, an interface cannot extend or inherit a class. I'm going to start from scratch. Interface class B and class A. So we'll try to inherit from class A from class B. Extends class A. This is going to give us an error. Okay. An interface cannot extend a class. So interfaces cannot be child classes. It should be the other way around. Class A can implement interface class B. Implements class B. An interface is like a contract. It makes sure that a set of classes will implement the same methods. Each classes, although containing the same methods, can have different implementations of said methods. Same method headers, but different method bodies.